Grand afternoon, grand evening, grand rising to everybody. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, as well as share. Hit that notification bell, select all so you're notified when I do post on this channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here for a while, thank you for supporting me. Make sure you thumbs up this video. That's how we keep the content in the news feed for recommendations for y'all, as well as keep me in the algorithms. Again, a lot of y'all know my channel has been shadow banned for a while, so if a lot of y'all that are not receiving your notifications, getting unsubscribed, you subscribe again and they unsubscribe you again. My bad. They don't want me to talk about it. And then also for the ones of y'all that, like the videos and then the comments get unliked, we already know. Thank y'all for y'all expressing your concerns and keeping me updated that you're still in the shadow banning. A lot of y'all yourself are people that create your own content. So regardless if it's on YouTube or if it's on another social media platform, you have experienced some of that, right? And some of y'all that have bigger platforms, yours is more than the smaller ones, okay? Because again, numbers don't lie, and you see a lot of things. I have seen so much shit. I haven't even really expressed my concerns about YouTube. And I know once there was a video that I posted where I was like, it hit like almost 4,000 views in almost 2 hours, an hour. And then next, when it got to the 2-hour mark, YouTube slowed the video content down where it was not counting the views. And then I expressed my concern to customer service about it, because the next day it was still at the same amount when I posted the post in the community. And this is where YouTube fucked up, because I posted the post in the community saying that this is how many views, and I screenshotted how the video had the views, and I sent all that to customer care. They wanted to say, they give this same bullshit of excuse. I really feel like they don't even have motherfuckers working for their corporation. I feel like they're using like a auto machine and it's just pushing shit out. And because it's the same response each and every time. It's never anything else, nothing else. And you know what these motherfuckers did? 2 days after they gave me the reply, they dropped that video views down from the 3,800 that it was at to like 1,000 in my face. And I was just like, and that I didn't tell y'all. I just was just like, you know what? I'm not even finna sit here and play with these motherfuckers. Bro, it's fucking ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. But then I start the more that I understand that what we're in, we are really in, the earth is a slavery-based unit, because we are controlled by our enemies, right? And the ones of us that are gods that understand exactly what's the big purpose and what's been going on, regardless of the new world, because we are already in the new world. That's what people tend to forget. They think the new world is getting ready to come in, not too long from now. No, we've been in the new world. This was not the original world that the gods had planned for everybody. We were hijacked it. And the same people that we are hijacked it with, we mate with. We create with. We have to sit aside along, and it's a lot that goes into this. So it's the more that you understand what we're in, because they're not going to give a person all that information at once. They'll give you bits and pieces, but you never will understand how deep it is until you really get put in certain situations after you learn those lessons. And we all know this as spiritual individuals, after we really sit there and say, okay, this whole time, they talking about these people that's in this book. Shit, I'm going through a lot of this. Some of this shit I see that other motherfuckers go through. Now let me, you start having certain adjustments because who your DNA is. And this is where people This is where jealousy and envy comes into play. Everybody's not the same if you go off that logic. So my thing is, if you know that you have a God in front of you, why would you even try to question that God if that God is getting different downloads and proving those downloads? It's a difference from them not proving it and they don't have no history of what they said has came true. Mine, y'all, the ones that have been watching me for a while, I am the motherfucking truth in this. And nobody can tell me anything less. Did I ever paint my life to be in this? And me doing this, like I said, I have told my story to y'all over and over. And a lot of things that y'all have noticed that I've been hearing, my stories don't motherfucking change. And then for the ones that y'all really that ride with me, you have had lessons that I have taught y'all that coincides with my journey. If I am the true divine, this is the thing about it. I can't stand, that's why I said tarot readers that are in the same thing, light as me. Again, Isis was never supposed to be a motherfucking tarot reader. I was supposed to be a goddess. But if I'm the original, what's that mean? Think about it. Stop making it so much harder because you're not in that position. But everything that you are watching, you're watching that person for a reason, and you're understanding a certain pattern. You're seeing where this person is telling the truth, and you're seeing where this person is bullshitting. And because now that you are humans, you have something that's called an ego. You have something that's pride. As a god, we knew the more that we stayed in this bubble, the more that we would eventually merge into humans. They knew that. That's the whole reason why they got this dome. And this is the thing about it is, like, I've been talking the same spiel for a long time. And now that this shit is coming true, the same motherfuckers that doubted me and made fun of me, it's a track of history of that. That's why the internet is such a good big base of source. Everything is documented what you said. Everything is documented the way you comment. You can't run from this. Man, I'm tired of my people coming short. Because they want to do, I understand that y'all have been hurt. Absolutely. But there's a time and a place where you're supposed to wake up. And at this point, if you can't wake up and you ain't woke up by the end of this year, it's going to be another flatlining of a different breed that's getting ready to get flatlined in here. It is crucial for everybody to wake up in a certain energy. And right now, I told you when they put out that I clone Tyrone, a lot of things people, my son through this, he sent me a thing because I have been telling my kids for a while, there's clones out here. It's clones out here. And again, your kids don't understand until they grow older. They go through the same lessons in life that you learned. And what you're supposed to do as a parent is try to not keep them going down the same path that you know that you regret, that got you somewhere that you did not want to be, in a position that you did not want to be in. That's what a true parent is going to do. Now, we got a lot of hard-headed ass parents out here. And right now, in the system that you in, you shouldn't even been trying to teach your kids how to gang bang. You shouldn't be trying to teach them how to sell no motherfucking drugs. You shouldn't be teaching them how to kill. That's not what you should be doing. We trying to get out of that. You was never supposed to be in it. Where's the logic of you missing the grasp of where you supposed to be? And you selling yourself short each and every time. You don't think us guys that's in here with you gonna get tired of that shit? Come on now. Shortcutting yourself. And the people that they see you shortcutting yourself. I had to bite my tongue yesterday. The disrespect is different when it comes from your own people. Shit, you was already trying to fight the other races so your ass can survive, and then you're going to sit there and try to take out your own? Why are you fighting a double battle for somebody that's supposed to be standing right next to you? You helping your enemy take yourself out. Where's the logic in that? That I clone Tyrone. My son sent me a thing about Jamie Foxx. Y'all remember Jamie Foxx had got a tattoo on the back of his neck, the back of his head. This new Jamie Foxx don't have that tattoo nowhere in the back of his head. I was just like, you show right. So think about everybody that got crazy tattoos. Like Mike Tyson got crazy tattoos. Gucci Man was one of the motherfucking first one with the ice cream cone. He's ice cream cone come back. He come out. It's totally motherfucking different. And then they give you a movie like I Clone Tyrone. You want me to stay asleep because you don't want to wake up. Where's the logic in that? Why would I want to give up my royalty that I know that's destined to me just because somebody else invaded my land to take it? It's too much proof out here to not say who we are. And y'all overlooking it. Because they got you in a system where you helping them create the illusion. Did they give you drugs and malt liquor and all this other shit? There's so much shit that you can fight the government back on. Like them having a liquor store on every one of our corners of our neighborhoods, but when you go to the white neighborhoods, they don't got that shit. We got more churches in our neighborhoods than anything. It's a lot that you can fight them back on. And I want them to slap you in your face and say they didn't do it. When it's already documented. Fight them back with the same shit that they try to brainwash you with. Because you are living proof of them same movies, them same songs that they want you to bend over, shake your knees. Bitches, you a motherfucking queen. Is it fun dancing? But I sit there and hey, like I said, human traits that I wish I did not have. But I understand where they came from. And if I can adjust that just to adjust myself, because I know that's not where I was supposed to be, I'm going to do whatever I can. I stopped dancing. I used to be a dancer. Because of some of the morals of everything behind it. I barely just vibe now doing this because I just feel like a lot of this music that they put out for us, like I said, it's ridiculous, man. And I'm tired of our women, the most beautiful women, is getting painted to be something fucking ratchet. I'm tired of that. That keeps us in the motherfucking system. that keeps us not getting good paid jobs, because they got a whole motherfucking system out here that you have to speak a certain language and you got to act a certain way in order to get motherfucking paid. So why states continue to stay trapped in the system? Shit, yo, they system can't even pay your motherfucking bills. Keeping you in a lower state than what you supposed to be in. When they already owe you the world. Where's the logic in that? Truth seekers get shut down. I ain't never in my life have ever got so trolled. So, like I said, that whole video of them checking my views and then dropping it down something less because I got documents. That was the stupidest thing that YouTube. But again, these social media platforms wants to make sure that they catch your attention. So the message that I got, the download I got was, let them keep sleeping on you. Because it's going to pay off when you get to the finish line. And what I mean by that is all those people that was sitting at your table before you became the spiritual awakening and you had your recognition of your true soul and who you really is. And I ain't saying spirit, your soul. Do we have a lot of spirit warriors? Absolutely. Because they're the ones that jump in to try to save us, are the ones that jump in to try to keep us stuck. Let them keep sleeping on you. Those same ones that was sitting at your table, they gonna want to come back. They're not gonna be able to. Not all of them are gonna be able to. And just like your footworks was monitored, their footworks was monitored too. Do you know they scorecard at 100%? Absolutely, you do not know. So when you get to that finish line, it's going to be more sweeter for you. Because a lot of these people sold you out for money. A lot of these people could have been just like you, a god, a goddess, a pharaoh, a starseed. They had a royalty bloodline, so they put up wagers. Don't forget, their ancestors back in the day put up wagers. You don't think when it's time for that you to cross that true finish line, you don't get those wagers that them other family members put out and them other bloodlines did? This is how you get your payout. It just took us this long to get here. Because they had us to sleep like a motherfucker. So you are in a system where you have vicious people. Vicious. You are a evolution, a creation. Is it bigger than that? Absolutely, because it's the base, the original bloodlines is tied to it. And this is where they create Lucifer, aka Jesus, aka Horus, aka Just think about how if a soul crosses over each lifetime, they're going to have what? A different name. They're going to have a different identity. But they're going to have, back then, again, powers crossed over. That's what's the whole point of them going to the last Mayan ruin. That's all they needed. And they got it. And once they got that pyramid, it was up for them. Stop forgetting what these people did. They came to your land to explore your territories because they knew you was gods. They knew you came from a bloodline that was God. Hitler said that in his speeches. But again, oh yeah, they didn't teach you Germany. They didn't teach you a damn shit when it comes to other languages. They gave you a broken down ass English though, that was able to trap your soul and your spirit by the language that they taught you. You talking about magic. You talking about sorcery. A language that can fuck you up mentally, physically, as well as emotionally, with you not even knowing it. Because you was brainwashed to speak it. You don't think that's very damaging to your adjustment and your growth, your development, your success, your domination, your abilities, your purpose? How did they do it? That was a big way. Everything that they taught you, you can use it back to gain what's yours. And like I said, everybody, they all know the 80s babies is a big source of information. The government knows that. They gave you chicken pox to try to take y'all asses out. Don't stop forgetting that these motherfuckers try to kill y'all. Think about all the outbreaks, the viruses, the things that they have created to slow you down. How did they do it? It's a lot they did. Shot you up with shit that you could have took as a baby that's gonna carry a strain of fucking you up until you was 40. That's a powerful shot that you just took. Man, did they have us brainwashed and manipulated to trust everything that they gave us as far as when it comes to medicine and food was good for us? They kept us in the dark about a lot. We allowed them to make us gullible. Thinking that they had the best of interests for us. No. You in your enemy's world. Why would your enemy want you to have the best of anything? Think about it. Strategic in this. Very sharp. I would say that. Very sharp. But again, think about the key players that you're using that's involved in this. You're talking about real alien intelligence. These movies and stuff is just a little sample of what we really going through. And the ones that have eyes will see, and the ones that can hear will hear. Everybody else, flatline. And is it a fucked up world because everybody that you only in a bubble? Remember, you already in a bubble. The ones that actually are just like you was in other places around the cities and other places around the states and the countries and stuff. So you're not in a good equal space with people just like you. You in with people that don't know what the fuck you talking about. This motherfucker cloned out all the way. He been to jail about 20 years of his motherfucking life. Shit, nigga, I don't even remember you tying a shit to a motherfucking your shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Only recollection I have of you is when we was kids. I don't know you, homie. You know, like, you got to sit here and you start thinking about all this stuff. Like, I ain't seen you every day. We don't know what the fuck you doing when you go into this military. We don't know what the fuck they over here doing when they go in these hospitals and we can't go in, and you got these confinement hours and you can't go walk in and you ain't got no key. So yeah, we don't know what's going on. There's a lot you can do behind closed doors. So, is it scary? Absolutely. Are you in Freddy the Nightmare on Elm Street all your life? Absolutely. Do they expect for you to keep pushing? Absolutely. But they would hope that you would take yourself out or somebody else would take you out. That's what they want. And set up people to do it. Clones. You got shapeshifters in this bitch now. It's just the whole devil thing is funny to me because I that's why I don't like the as above so below, whatever, as below so above, whatever the fucking shit is, because I know what that shit is based off of. And I'm finna express my concerns with the scenario that in the story that I'm finna tell you about. Lucifer and the devil. Lucifer and the devil. You forget the Dracons are what? They look like what? So I want somebody to answer the scenario of it. What do they look like? I'm gonna wait till somebody say what type of creature or whatever they look like. The original. Okay, I see somebody put the dragon icon, snakes, reptiles. Okay, vampires, dragons. Okay. What would you think the devil would look like? If he has horns and all that stuff, he's a what? Remember, half man, half. Okay. So, Lucifer, Anunnaki, aka Ra, Uman-Ra's father. Okay? Lucifer fell in love with a reptilian, aka the Dracoids, aka Lilith. When God said, aka Uman-Ra said, they will betray you, this is where we are right now. What have they been saying has been controlling the United States government? The reptilians, right? What have they all been teaching us, the ones of y'all that know? And this whole time I keep saying, your enemies. You are in a world that was created from your enemies. Remember, first war, Anunnaki, reptilians, the giants. Because Lucifer decided to be with Lilith. I want to try to block. Lucifer decided to be with Lilith. We was on here to come mine gold and take it back. Mine these beautiful jewels that you have on your body and you wear to take it back. Earth was a new world to discover for us. So reptilians was here to help mind. They gave you a 9-to-5 job called miners. The gold and the jewels and all that stuff. Reptilians can go dig down under. That's where the second world of what they say, there's a world underneath on top of us. The reptilians' home. So if the reptilians look like what? Monsters, demons, dragons, where they gonna be at? At the bottom. So below, what is it? As below, as whatever. Who's below us? So you see how they give you to say a certain reference and you really don't understand the true meaning of it? As above, so below. As above, so below. So if you're above them, they want it to be the same way for their layer of living. But these are your enemies that is raping your children. Let's talk about this. Running them through these underground tunnels. So why would you want it to be as above, so below? What are you selling your soul to? You saying a phrase to allow them to take what? But this is the language they gave you. It's a lot of things that I don't say when it comes to spirituality because I know spirituality is to eliminate the gods that's here. And I'll be damned if a spiritual guru, tarot reader, or any other source try to sit there and knock me off of where I know I'm supposed to be. And you don't even understand completely what you into and what you over there saying. Your words and your messages let me know what level you on. Anybody that sit here and say, this is why I don't understand. Like, you got to watch certain people. You got to watch certain people. You got to watch certain people. Because they'll acknowledge something and they'll pull Isis's energy in a quickness. Because it's a main source. Everything is documented and notated. And it's when it's time for your identity to be replaced to you, it will be replaced. But you will acknowledge Jesus before you acknowledge Isis, and you pulling from the main source. I can't stand that shit. Off of a religion that your enemy gave you. Watch what these tarot readers say. because a lot of them ain't who they say they is. And a lot of their faces and the things that they sit here saying is to continue to suppress who you are. A true goddess is going to talk to you and school you and help you get out of the motherfucking bullshit. Because a lot of this shit that these people over here saying is not truth saying, it's truth making me some motherfucking money. The money I don't want is YouTube money. I want what's owned to me if I'm motherfucking ISIS. That's a whole different type of scenario that we talking about. So this YouTube shit is chump change to the money that they really owe me. And for them to sit there and suppress my channel, baby, like I said, wait till you get to that motherfucking finish line. So let them cut you short. Because the payout is going to be more bigger than you can ever imagine. Because there's contracts from a long time ago that these people don't even know about. That's owed to you. Chump change to what they really owe you. And it's already written in these same books that they come around and tell you that these gods that's been living here on this earth will wake up. Is it unfortunate? It's yet your time? You should be happy to see it, motherfucker. Yo, ancestors died to get to the motherfucking moment that you in. You gotta be a selfish motherfucker to sit there and not want to see your greatness rise. Because it ain't you. Why should you even deserve to still be here? If that's how you feel. A lot of people grateful because we woke up to save everybody. Your ancestors gave up their life to be where you are right now. So what type of representation are you to your family? That should be the question. Man, shit is crazy right now. Yesterday went to the boxing match. When it got around like the 7th, 8th round, I think it was going into the 8th round, a fight broke out. I don't know if a fight broke out while we was in the boxing. It was inside where the thing is, and I'm at the ring. This time I got at my chair, so I'm right at the ring side, and I'm hitting on the ring and, telling him body shots, boom, boom, boom. So I'm all in it. This is my first time ever going to a boxing match, ever. So I like it. Especially if you somebody that just like you as a fighter. Everybody gonna like going to boxing matches if you fought when you was a kid or you adult, whatever. That you gonna be in that energy. And something broke out. I don't know what happened, but whatever happened, it scared out the whole fucking event. Chairs going this way, and these are folded chairs. So I'm seeing. And it was so funny because they moving and I'm standing there. My cousin's like, let's go, let's go, let's go. I was like, nigga, what the fuck, bro? And me, I'm a god. And this is why I don't like being around people. Because I know I'm a god. I know I'm not going to get hit with nothing. I know whatever's finna happen, it ain't going to hit me. And if they do hit me, I know I'm transforming in that bitch. But again, everybody don't have that demeanor as me. And that's how you know when you around somebody that's fearless and you around other people that's just like, they ain't got the same courage as you. So I just stood there and I'm sitting there just like, what the fuck is going on, bro? And they're like, people saying he got a gun. And I'm just sitting there like, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what the fuck? Like, and my cousin's like, let's go. And he's with his girl. He's like, let's go. And I'm just like, no, bro. And they're like, so then some people start saying certain things. And all I heard was, they fighting outside. So people was going out the exits. I said, it's better for us to stay in here. Because what if they do bring the event back? I don't want to, it was better for us to stay in here. So he didn't want to do that. He was like, nah, let's go. And I was supposed to go out. With one of my friends. And because my cousins them decided not to go out. So I had brought my whole clothes and my bag for me to dress into for the after party and all that. I was ready. Oh, I was so mad. I was ready. And next thing you know, that shit happens. And it was like right when the fight was getting good. I mean, it was getting good. Doug, and that shit happened. And so my cousins them like, well, we finna go. I was like, well, I'm finna just walk to your car and just get my bag. So I'm gonna walk to your car. I said, I already told him that I'm gonna ride with him to the event. He said, all right, cool. He gonna take me home. I was like, so I see y'all. And he was like, all right. So I was like, I'm finna go get my bag. Right when we hit outside and we turning like right in front of the motherfucking thing to hit the sidewalk to go to his car, a fight break out. And I'm just like, and it's dark out there. So I'm just like, oh, here we go. And here go my cousin and his girl. Let's go. And I just had on these motherfuckers. I was cute then motherfucker. I had my boots on, my brown boots that I had just bought so that I haven't broke them in. So I'm not running no fucking where because that's all that's going to do is just going to lock my motherfucking toes up. I ain't doing all that. And plus, whatever. If they going to start shooting, they just going to start shooting. That's just how I am. I'm not finna sit here and run. I'm not finna do any of that. But you fuck around and run, and that's the reason why your ass got hit with the bullet. Like, no, I'm not doing none of that shit, right? So, they running. People running everywhere. All I'm hearing is, I turn around, I see them fighting the niggas in the bushes, and just boom, 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 boom. And it was kids and elderly people out there, bro. And I was just sitting there it was a lot of kids. They had their kids out there into that fight because, like I said, the boxing event was 2 local Austin boxing people, and one of them have made it on HBO, right? And so he's like the legend that's in the city, and then it was a youngster that was coming up. So they made a decision, took him out of retirement. They did the fight. Everybody in the whole city of Austin showed up to that fight because he's a barber himself. I don't know what the other person do. So he's well known, right, in the city because this is where he grew up at. And so while all that was going on in the bushes, all I saw a dude run. He ran, when they run to the car, they getting their gun. For anybody y'all that don't know that, if y'all ain't never been in no position, when you see them run to their motherfucking car, that mean for you to get, if you don't want to get around and be involved in no shit like that, that mean get the fuck away and go run. So, okay, of course, our people know what that means. So they grabbing their kids and they gone. And in between all that, I'm hearing, don't you shoot my brother. You better not shoot. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting there just like, oh my God. And my cousin, looking at this girl, she getting her heels and she run and she's white. So this is the first time that she ever went to a event where it was nothing but black people. And okay. She was just like, I don't know what she expected. I don't know what my cousin told her, but I was like, but he said even her sister and it confirmed me that she was tripping because she called her sister, and she had her sister on three-way whenever they took me home. And he was like, she was like, well, he did tell you that you need to be prepared just in case if something happened. He kept telling you that over. So that let me know that this bitch was over here exaggerating. And I was just in there just like, so I was mad about that. I was already feeling, you know me. Y'all know me. Y'all know that would tick me off because I'm just in here like, you said all this shit. And then she was like, they had me in the ghetto and I was the only white person in there and but my cousin already gave you the scoop before you got here. And your sister just confirmed that he did. So, are you showing out in front of me because this is the first time that you ever met me? Because I'm not that motherfucking cousin, bro. You know, like, you doing too much. You doing too much. So that to me, I was just like, and I know my cousin knows, because my cousin knows how I am. And that was the thing. So I walked. They ran to the car. I walked. I said I eventually end up taking off my boots because you got to walk up a slope. So I took my boots off and I just walked to the car. And then in between that, in between this, while that's going on still, it was the white guy and his black girlfriend or his friend. I guess they was friends. I don't know. He was mad at her. So he walking and he very hood white dude. I was surprised how he was talking to her. And she was more of a darker woman. And she was like, I just think you're over exaggerating. He was like, no, how the fuck you gonna ask me to go to a motherfucking event and you don't even sit with me the whole motherfucking time? You could have just told me to stay at the home. I would have stayed at home. He was like, what kind of shit is that? And I was like, she's like, you're just over it. And it was just so funny because it was like the racist was reversed. Because he was getting more hood and she was more over the calm, the white person in the black body. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on right now? Oh, shit. Oh, he had me laughing because I was just like, damn, he going off on her. He was like, no, I ain't over-exaggerating. What the fuck you mean over-exaggerating? He was like, what kind of shit is that? And then they all breaking out and shit, and then you want to sit there. He was like, it's time to fucking go. And I have to go looking for you and blah, 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 blah. And they over here acting. He was like, so you could have just let me stay at the house. And she was like, you're just over-exaggerating. And then I was just like, so that was the in-between. It was another one, so it's a long walkway. Here come another dude. These were younger. They were younger. Here come another dude and a girl. And then it was already one guy that was at the gate. And so he run up. He said, you don't never leave your girl whenever there's a motherfucking fight or some guns going on. He was like, what kind of shit is that? He was like, why you leave her? And I was just like, oh my goodness. He was like, man, I didn't have my piece on you. He's like, you think I came out in this bitch without it? And I was just sitting there just like, is this really going on right now? Is this really going on right now? But he got in his bro's ass, his friend's ass. He's like, you don't never leave without your girl. What the fuck is you doing? And so my thing, I told my cousin, because my cousin heard a little bit of it. He said when I was running, he was like, I could hear them saying it, but I had her hand, so I just kept going. And he was like, I said, that girl is going to always remember that. That's where her boyfriend fucked up. Because if that was her first time ever being in a situation like that and you ran off and then your homeboy, I'm fucking the shit out of your homeboy. The fuck you mean, bro? And I'm going to tell you I did it. And I want you to say something. That's the time that I would do some crazy ass shit. I would. But I ain't never had no situation like that. But I'm just saying, if I was in that position, my knight in shining armor, I'm fucking the wrong friend. Fuck. He was... And she couldn't say nothing. She was not saying anything. So I know she felt embarrassed. So all that happened. Didn't get to go out. My dress was so cute. I was just like, oh, God, what the fuck? I was so mad. I was so mad. I was so mad. And then my fucking phone died, so I had to wait till I got back to the house, and I had to tell my friend. I was like, I just left. I was like, they doing too much, so I ended up calling them and explaining myself and all this stuff. I was just like, I had to leave. I was like, my cousin then was tripping. I was like, and then I didn't want to walk back with two over there with all the bullshit trying to get back to you inside the building. I'm not finna do all that. And then my phone died. And I was like, they don't have an iPhone charger. That's another thing. If they had an iPhone charger in their car, I would have let my phone charge and called him and told him to meet me. But they didn't have an iPhone charger, so I couldn't call him because my fucking phone was dead. So I was just like, fuck it. This is just not going the way that I thought this was gonna go. I'm gonna go home. I was like, I'm going home, bro. I'm a true Taurus. Shit. Remember I'm a Taurus / Gemini, so I don't play that shit. I feel like the Taurus, me being a Taurus, Gemini, the Taurus balances the Gemini part of me, right? It camouflages it a little bit. So it's like with Taurus being more of a soothing, calm nature, that Gemini is able to, like you know how you have a jawbreaker and the earth, the coral and the mantle and all that shit. That's what it remind me of. It remind me of something like that, where yes, the Taurus comes first, but the Taurus is able to cover like the Gemini and calm the Gemini. The Gemini only comes out when it's time to fight. When it's time to fight, that's when it's like, okay, whoo, let's go. And then you already have Taurus and you got a bull. So that I feel like not just because I'm a Taurus / Gemini, I feel like the best cusp is a Taurus / Gemini because of the characteristics of both. And with Gemini and Cancer, I could say that too, because Cancer, Gemini has 2, and then that would make Cancer have 3 as well. But Cancer is more of an earth sign energy. I mean, it's not an earth sign energy, more of a water sign energy, but an earth sign as far as the mother energy. It's more water based. So it's not like with the Cancer being more of an emotional state, it's like how water can eventually cover the whole world, right? But eventually the earth will dry out the water. So it's like, it's not something that can't, they can destroy one another, if you understand what I'm saying. So it's not a fair balance of like how Taurus and Gemini would be, if y'all understood what I'm saying. I feel like I explained that in a crazy way. Okay. I hope this is not a troll. Yeah, I'm just gonna boot him out. Yeah. It was just downloaded messages that I got because of what happened yesterday and where I woke up this morning and the download that I received. Just let them continue to cut you short. Let them continue to cut you short and sleep on you, because it's going to be a bigger payout at the end. And those people can't say they did not go against you, because everything has been tracked and monitored. So not only, yes, you are the alpha dog, but at the same time, your characteristics is being monitored just like theirs, and then it has an overseer that sees all y'all's. At the end, I can guarantee that you will be higher on the finish line than everybody else, because again, in this story, it's like the one that proves themselves the most, right? The one that proves themselves the most is the one that's going to have the more characteristics of that person that they say they are. And you are above that. Way above that. That's another thing I was getting out. I had got like a download, like when it comes to feminine energy, how they wanted to paint the feminine energy into being a certain thing. Like, again, they knew that the feminine was the strongest thing to soothe a man, and they had to do whatever they could to, harm the woman. They had to do whatever they could to break the woman down because the woman was a part of the big evolution. Again, as having human characteristics and senses and certain ways of feeling, they didn't know any of that. You got to understand that these scientists are barely understanding the human body. So it's not something that they only been experimenting. Yeah, we have the Indians and all that stuff, but they have only been experimenting for a short amount of time compared to the whole livelihood of all the ancestors' bloodlines. Did they do a lot of extreme experimenting? Absolutely, but they did it and they observed a lot in a short amount of time. You got to remember this number keeps calling. I'm gonna block it again. Another number. Hold on, let me plug this up. Don't forget, when it comes to these scientists which working 24 hours a day. Shit, they was not going home to they families. They was held prisoner too. I remember the stories about, I think it was Hudam Same. I don't know, or it was sometimes whenever it was his reigning of his leadership, there was a story about how they had a scientist, I think it was like a spy scientist that they had got, and they were questioning him and he wouldn't give his information, and so they end up going to get his family, and they had a newborn baby, and one of the guards was like, if you don't tell us this stuff, I'm going to take this baby and I'm going to hurt it. And he was like, no, and what they end up doing was taking the baby and like swinging him and hitting him on a concrete wall. And when I heard that, and these are true stories that happen to like these scientists, the ones that they have that's doing these experiments and trying to break these codes and all that stuff, or if you are a spy scientist, if they are a scientist from one of their countries that they're going against, they do cruel things, and you got to think about it. A lot of people's genetics is animal genetics. How would an animal move? Animals are very violent, right? So if these people have their animal DNA activated more because of the products that they give you, like the foods, the meats, and all that stuff that's going to keep your animal species at a certain level, but when it's time for you to attack, you're going to attack, right? So like they say, we quick to kill our people. No, there's a lot of other people's races that's quick to kill their own as well. It's just the way that they show ours, right? Because again, they're still trying to paint a certain stereotypism on a certain race to keep them at a lower level. But there's other races that are considered terrorists, and terrorists is worse than gang violence. Like, come on now, let's be for real, okay? But they're only gonna paint a picture to whatever side of the country that you're in, right? So United States, that's something that's big about the United States: gangs, mafia, cartel. They're gonna show you a lot of that. When you go over here to these other places, it's a terrorist, it's a secret society, it's different. Okay? Those people over there actually are dominant than their mafias and their cartels. Like, come on now. These are the ones that's out there fighting against the government. And the government is losing. The way that I see it, they still losing, but our government is not ran by people that is for your interest. So they had me looking up the whole thing about terrorists of ISIS, like understanding exactly what that operation is. And if they know, and that's why I was like, okay, am I neglecting something that I should be liking because of what they are actually worshiping? And if I am ISIS, their whole movement is how the government is treating us. So I need to pay attention to that because, again, I'm trapped in their confinement. So, again, they brainwash you against certain people that's actually out there to help you. That's another thing that you understand when it comes to your level of awakening. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people thinking that these people are just out here killing people for no. They're actually, I had to read about who they were. And I was just, okay, so if I'm ISIS, this terrorist of ISIS shit, they said this shit in what is that shit called? American Gods. They talked about the ISIS terrorist thing, and Biblicus was sitting there realizing they was tearing down her statues and stuff. Why? Because right now it seems like I'm the only motherfucking God that's woke up right now. And that's the way I'm seeing it right now. Like, I feel like I'm the only one that has a certain amount of information that other people don't have, and that is not the ones that's just like these Moors in these fucking Jerusalem and Muslim operations that's our enemies as well, that was a part of the Indian sabotage. I'm not answering to you motherfuckers. Why should I answer to you? You a part of keeping us stuck. You know who I am more than I know who I am. You part of the issue. And if you know that, you know that they give you too many movies that tell you that they have people that's inside the operations that look just like you. This shit go deep, bro. I'm not answering to you. Bitch, I'm above you. I'm above, and that's where he say you the highest motherfucker in any room that you walk in. I don't give a fuck what position you in with the city, and I'm the highest motherfucker when I walk in that motherfucking room. You only in that shit because you stole shit and you hiding motherfucking secrets. You a part of this whole operation, but you still a little man, but they still giving you money. You're living good. Why would I want to answer to you? These Muslims. Half of y'all don't even look like me. You're darker. Why would I want to answer to you? Or you look Creole. Why would I want to answer to you? Come again? I'm not answering to none of them motherfuckers. They a part of this bullshit. I am not African. Stop saying that shit. And remember, they studied us. This whole Kemet society, they studied us and renamed us. Because that's where their ancestors wanted to take part of control of that part of this bloodline brainwashing bullshit. Shit. I can't stand, bro. Don't. I'm so disappointed in them, but I forget they next kid in them motherfuckers. So it is what it is, bro. Like I said, people think this is not a blood war. It is. It is, absolutely is. Stop saying that shit. It is. Are we trying to change something beautiful about it? Absolutely. But the original bullshit is still here. And I'm not finna sit here and live in brainwashing bullshit because you want me to, because you don't want me to return to my normal state or return to my royalty. How selfish is you? This shit ain't fixed. This shit is fucked up. I could see if it was different, if this everybody was living and we hand in hand and having good sex and nobody getting hurt in this bitch. Then come talk to me. Then that's when I will be selfish. But this shit right now is not working the way it's supposed to be working. So if I'm a motherfucking God, what am I supposed to do? Take my position. I don't care what nobody say about me. I don't care. You like what did Deion Sanders say? You think your opinion of me is gonna stop me? Whatever he fucking said, that's my speech right now. You think your opinion of me is gonna stop you and gonna put any weight on my shoulders to make me to stop moving forward when I know and you know because you watching me and you see the crazy shit that I can do and you want to stop me in my traps because you can't do it. Why did they even sit me next to you? Obviously, it's for you to slow me down. Or is you just as brainwashed as me and we need that lesson so your ass can wake up? It's either two, there's only two options. Only two options. So let them. And I'm going to end this reading. I didn't even want it to go, not reading, well, this message. I didn't even try to get this message to go this far, but I feel like I needed to tell y'all because y'all I could tell you felt my frustration. And just seeing my people like that. And man, I mean, we paid some good money to see a whole motherfucking event. And then for that shit to go sour. And then again, I see a lot of people that whenever I first started off here, they was looking at me crazy. Now I'm at 100,000 subscribers. These are the same motherfuckers that I know that was saying I was crazy and I didn't know what I was talking about. Yeah, I got to see a lot of those faces yesterday. So it puts you in an energy where you just like, you know, they can't even say hi to you. They can't even say that. They forget that you even exist. Oh, who you is, but you know who I am. Stop playing. Stop playing. So Lucifer and the devil is two different things. The devil is who took over Lucifer's position and is having this identity crisis right now. Dracorn society. So when you go to the devil and they say, remember you can't, people say, well, why do we die then? Are you really dead? Or did they create a system to make it paint out like you was dead? Because they know who you are and you don't know who you are. A bombing fluid shuts your whole body down. They only created that shit. Wasn't that little black boy the first one that got a bombing fluid put in him? So, again, they created cemeteries. If there's a whole city underneath you, you don't think these cemeteries that they created ain't gonna have exit ways where they can drop your body? Do you ever go redig a graveyard up? When they say your ancestor got cremated, did you sit there and watch that whole body go in there to get cremated? Come on, let's talk. The system they created to make you think you are. So I love y'all. Again, I didn't come here to play, and the ones of y'all that support me and y'all know who I am, like I said, y'all, you know how I feel about y'all. If it was not for y'all, I would not continue to keep doing this. And a lot of y'all know that I am that goddess. Y'all know that a lot of stuff that I have said on here has came out a lot more. Y'all have seen my development, and I love y'all. Y'all's love and support keeps me going each and every day. And yes, this shit that we in, for the ones of y'all that's woke, like, by understanding my messages, you know we in some bullshit. And it seems like a motherfucking worse than a nightmare. Because shit, I'd rather have Freddy Krueger's chasing me in my motherfucking dreams than waking up and living in this shit every day. Even though it's pretty and beautiful. But again, Truman, it's all fake. They made it up. They made it up. It's just the... Thank you, Jim Carrey. Thank you. But I'm pretty sure they cloned your ass out after they realized what was going on with you. I love, just like the rest of these motherfuckers. I love you. Y'all stay safe, and I'll be back for another one.